Hey guys, News Now California, out in the community of Paso, Robles. I'm out here today with SJVT and Public Photography. We're at the Superior Court of California at 901 Park Street.
Looks like security's coming out. Can I help you? No, thank you. What are you recording? What are you offering?
Huh?
What are you offering? Not offering anything.
Right now we're recording you.
What did you say you wanted to help me? Help me in which way?
Adios.
What's that?
Excuse me, who are you? Call the bailiff. Call the bailiff.
Step outside. Why are you not trouble for? Actually, I'm doing a story on the building. It should be legal to come in. That's actually what I was going to ask you, if we have to turn it.
You're not supposed to be allowing it.
What was that?
Not recording in the court.
It was not in the courtroom or in the courthouse? Courthouse. Does it actually say? Is that a law or is that a policy?
Does it really matter?
Actually, yeah, because we're doing a story on the building.
Well,
So
you should ask permission first before you just come in and start recording.
first, you shouldn't ask permission to collect your First Amendment rights, right? You have to ask permission to be free.
Yeah, I thought so before down. He's coming right there.
I can send the supervisor. Actually, what's that? What's that? Can you send the supervisor? The supervisor or the deputy or whatnot.
Go ahead. I'm opening the door for you.
What's
going on, gentlemen?
Man. Oh, we're just doing a story on the building, and the guy comes outside and says we're not allowed to film in there, and we're just trying to find out if that's actually policy or law.
Well, you can be out on the public access way and stuff, but if you're coming inside the film inside here, I don't know that it's a good idea. We have security issues as far as with the court.
Well,
who do you represent?
Americans.
Are you with
Free Americans of the United States.
Are you with the reporting
No,
agency?
Free Americans of the United States of America. You know, people just being free, allowed to do what they should be allowed to do.
What are you doing a story?
Yeah.
What is the story?
The First Amendment.
Okay, so you're just here just to try to push in to see, kind of where you can go and what you can do.
Well, that's your term and your way of seeing it is actually not my reason for doing it.
Okay, what is the purpose for videotaping it?
To do a story and offer public assistance of where we can do different things for the public that's accessible for the public. So if it's accessible to the public, it's supposed to be accessible for...
This court is always accessible as far as you're trying to do business and stuff here.
Right.
And stuff. So have you guys had an issue with this court?
No.
No, we're just out exercising our right to film. We're independent news journalists doing a story. But you had an...
Do you have business cards?
No, we don't need business cards, do we?
Well, typically, when you come in and you want to film inside the courtroom and stuff, you got to get.
We don't want to go inside a courtroom, sir.
Okay.
We just want to be in the publicly accessible areas where there's no security issues. We don't go in any to secure areas. We're just where public is allowed. That's all we want to do. And I don't understand why we were filming here. This lady came out and told them to lock the doors on us when we're outside.
Well, part of the problem that we have is in today's society and stuff, we have a lot of security issues.
This day and age, that's the problem.
Well,
wait, look. Your fears and your and all that doesn't trump the First Amendment. Okay, so
you say that's all right if I let you guys in here and film, then the next thing I know, you guys are coming down here. We have a terrorist attack, or we have an active shooter.
The next thing you know,
and that's something that I shouldn't be concerned about.
You're still worried about fears. See, in other words, you're hindering our First Amendment right.
Sir, don't pull on the door.
You're hindering our First Amendment right because of your feelings. In reality, that's not the way the law goes. Sometimes policy oversteps the First Amendment, and that's why people like us have to make sure that we don't lose the First Amendment and stuff like that. So we
Well,
go
you're
to-
not going to lose the First Amendment.
Oh yeah, because of fear, exactly. Because you're talking about this day and age, and like I quote, like those types of terms and the stuff that you
Have you
learn
been watching
from,
the news
from
on
fear,
TV
from
and stuff and seeing
fear-mongering
everything that's going on?
and all that stuff? I mean, I remember a world where I used to ride my bike to the park, and we didn't have fears. And
No, that world's gone forever.
Okay.
So you're saying that world is gone forever?
Yeah.
How and why?
How and why? Is
Yeah.
because there's just too much going on and stuff. I mean,
That
look
makes
what's going on in the
absolutely no
news.
sense. Like what?
There's tons of stuff going on in the news. You can look on the news every day and you see it every day. So, I mean, our fears are legitimate sometimes. So we've got to be able to protect the interests of the people that work here, of the public.
I don't buy into all the fear mongering.
Okay, that's
and I
fine.
teach my
That's
kids to
true.
live in a free America. And if that was true, what you said,
I'm gonna
then
make
we
a
lost
report
our freedom in the United
Because you
States.
guys closed the
And
door.
let me ask you that: Are you
Supposed to
okay
be
with
open
that?
to the public.
No.
That we
I'm not.
lose our freedom in the United States
What?
because of fear. You're
Hey,
okay with that?
We're not
Did you
losing our
close the
freedoms
door?
in the United States.
Did you lock it?
So the
What's your
rights
name?
that, especially like people
What's
like
your
you,
name?
who's a deputy, right?
Yes, sir.
If your kid grows up and he's not a deputy,
hired
he's
you,
going to
bro.
be subjected to the same
work
thing
for
that you subject
California.
everybody else to because of your fears.
So,
about that for a minute.
so you're saying that I subject, because I'm a deputy, I subject everybody else to these fears and stuff.
Exactly,
and
because
I'm
look,
treading on you.
So,
That's what
Open
you're
the
saying.
okay,
fucking
so
door.
what you're saying is policy
Sir,
over Trump's. What you're saying is policy over
when you,
Trump's
when
the
you, when you
Constitution
yell at
laws.
people like that, start cussing, it ain't gonna help your
He
cause.
was he
sir.
was very rude. That guy was very
You know,
rude.
so I mean that's not gonna help you when
How
you're
are you
pounding
gonna
on the
get
doors.
inside?
I'll talk to my supervisor and I'll see what I can do here.
See, it's
Okay,
not
so
open to the
this is the
public
deal,
officer.
Officer
It's
Moxley.
supposed
We're-
to be open, bro.
we're
They
here-
were very rude, and we got it
We're-
on film.
This is
Okay,
the
that's
deal,
fine.
Officer Moxley. We're here to go in to this publicly accessible area and film where we're allowed to film. You have every right to come out and ask us what we're doing. We don't
Yes,
have,
we do.
We don't have to speak to you.
That's
but,
correct.
But
We gave
we
you
are.
courtesy.
We're giving.
And
we're
I'm
being
giving you
cordial.
courtesy.
Right, right. Nothing's being elevated here.
You do not have my permission to use this image in any way, shape, or form.
We don't need your.
We don't need your permission, dude. You're in public.
Don't be silly, sir.
Don't be silly.
It's called the walk of shame too.
Where did it go?
You guys will hang right here. Let me give a call. I'll see what I can do.
Can you give me his name?
That's fine, man. We'll wait right here.
Yeah, we'll wait. We'll wait right here.
All right.
Yeah,
Hang
yeah.
right here and then.
What are you guys doing?
I'm just doing the first max protected activity. We go around anywhere where it's publicly accessible. We record, and sometimes like their policy is actually supposed to be for inside the courtrooms when the judge is in there. But we're actually supposed to be allowed to go in the courthouse and record and do our story or whatever. And we go out and we record like police interactions and stuff like that. Make sure we treat the public, right. You know what I mean? And we go like these guys right here. He came out on a power trip. And he's telling us that we had to turn our cameras off, like out here.
Right.
He
Like
said exit.
we hadn't even made it inside yet, and then we get in there and they're telling us, "Why are you here to stir up problems?" Like, let me ask you, man, just because we have a camera in our hand, which is our protected activity, First Amendment.
Isn't that
You know,
Isn't that
funny?
But everybody
Tells
goes
us.
on camera.
I think. Hey, let this guy inside.
Don't worry about it. Man.
Let go of my door.
I don't think they open until 8:30 though. So that's probably why they won't.
What? Your mama.
Going in.
It's my door, man.
Going alright, how about yourself?
You wish it was not. He's talking shit behind the door.
Let him, bro.
Let him talk shit,
The
dude.
other guy's gonna get a supervisor out here, so don't get yourself arrested, bro. I don't want to see you arrested.
Want to be on camera. I'm this way.
Okay.
All right, bye.
All right, gentlemen. I just talked with my sergeant,
Yeah.
and the judges have executed a lawful order through the state of California that you cannot film inside the courthouse and stuff. But if you've got lawful business, you're more than welcome to come in. You just can't bring your camera.
You know what's funny about that is what you said, lawful order. That's actually wrong. And even though, like, I'm not gonna challenge you. You got a gun, and you know, if I probably go in there after you said what you said, you'd probably arrest me if I try to go in there.
And that would be the case.
Okay, so but either way, that's why we do this. Some of us push it. Some of us push it because in reality, those are policies. And in reality, the First Amendment is supposed to allow us in all public accessible areas. And,
Well, there's
and
certain security issues that come with that. I mean,
and I hear
and
you,
the
man.
First Amendment
And I hear
doesn't
you.
allow you
And
to
I
do
hear
that.
you. And check it out. I hear you, and I understand, and I don't blame you
I appreciate
for
that.
getting to the mindset where you are today. But I remember a free America. I'm
do
old
too.
enough. I'm old enough too to remember
You're
the
not
good
quite
old
as old
days.
as I am. I'm old as dirt and
Okay,
stuff,
but
so-
my friends used to ride in the back of pickup trucks. We'd drink beer and hide it. We'd have fun. You know what I mean? Go out in the
Yeah.
country, hang out.
Yeah.
We lived in a good world, man. A good free
Absolutely.
America.
I
You know,
hear you.
and that mindset that you carry on, and I, like I said, I understand, and I apologize if we have any disagreements or whatever, but.
No, I mean,
But
this is
we
the
do-
country we live in.
I
You can
personally-
express your rights, and I can express
I
the concerns
personally
that we
do
have for the
this.
security.
I personally do this for the right reasons.
Okay.
Because I want to give the free America back to our kids. You understand what I'm saying?
I absolutely
and
do.
sometimes we have to push over. We have to push the Constitution and to stop all these policies, extra policies that are really tarnishing this country.
Well,
You know what's so funny about the whole thing about you say security issues? It's because we have a camera. But you can have tons of people that would walk in here with a photogenic mind, and it'd be the same thing, dude.
and that may be. But the problem is once you got a video here, you're videoing the whole thing. You're videoing the layout of this courthouse.
No, we're videoing not the layout of the
That's-
courthouse. We're videotaping the layout of a publicly accessible area to the public.
Right.
Okay.
So
here's the
true.
here's the other side of that.
Uh-huh.
How do you think a terrorist, when they get ready to do stuff, they don't just come in and bomb place. They do months of pre-scouting. They'll come in and they scout a location.
Name one time that is true.
Name one time.
One time.
You can look
That
at the
you know
World
for-
Trade Center. You can look
That
at
is
where they come in. They just don't come
There
in
was
and do it.
and even the World Trade Center. There was no any video or anything like that.
Well, I don't.
Okay, I'm not gonna debate it-
Personally,
debate
I
it
don't
with
know
you, but
any
that's true.
terrorists. So you're entitled to your opinion. We're entitled to ours.
Absolutely.
That judge's lawful order is being fought in the courts now.
Okay,
And
cool.
it will be dissolved. It just takes time.
Just takes time.
But
Whatever you guys are doing and stuff, I appreciate you guys being candor and stuff. I'm glad you guys are gentlemen. This gentleman here is being a little bit more aggressive and stuff, but that's all right. So thanks, guys. I appreciate it, and you guys have a great day. You guys take care. We'll see you later.
all right.
Hopefully I gave him enough to sleep on and to think about, maybe talk to his friends about, even his grandchildren. And Officer or Deputy Moxley, I think that's your name, man. If you end up watching this, I just want you to know that I appreciate you being cordial. Appreciate you talking to me and hearing me out. And I hope you really go through the channel, watch the videos. Try to see what
Well, although it was a fail, I will say that the deputy we encountered, Deputy Moxley, was professional, and he's just indicating what every other court bailiff is indicating, that this judge's ruling, lawful order. So it is being fought in the courts, but it's going to take time.
This guy here is has no something to say. He's laughing or something. Hey, come here. Want to come here? Want to come here? He's out there making faces and laughing and all that. And now we got him on film.
All right, everybody, on to the next one.